Well, I've been working in a kitchen since I was 17. I started as a dishwasher and then a waiter and then a helping hand in the kitchen. And then after a lot of years with hard work, I became a chef, and I have been for 12 years now. So this is the story of me, but today the food will tell my story. I have put a menu together filled with a lot of my favorite memories. To be a good chef, it takes years of experience, and you can taste that experience in my food. Today, I've not only created a menu, but a lifetime. There are one saying, and my father jokes a lot about this: don't trust a skinny chef. But I think I prove him wrong every day. Normally, a chef will start in the order that you might eat it, but today I want to introduce it to you in the order that I remember it. So what better memory to start with than a perfect dessert? I got the idea to become a chef when I was in 9th grade. I had this amazing teacher in cooking class, and she got me to do a lot of different food, and it was so funny, and I got to try out a lot of different things. And I got to know that I wanted to be a chef back then. But then it was time for my exam. I decided that I would make a dessert with a recipe from my grandmother, her favorite. We make it for her birthday every year. To get ready for my exam, I had to practice a lot until my parents were fed up eating this dessert. I remember one day I had to tip out the contents of this bowl, and I left it high above my head, and I forgot that my mother's kitchen has a very low ceiling. So I banged the bowl against the beam, and it smashed in a million pieces, and I was covered in dessert. So until this day, you can still see the marks of my mother's beams in the kitchen. But it wasn't the only problem with this dessert. I had to figure out a new name for it, because back then we called it skumgummi, well, foam, and it doesn't sound that appetizing. So now I call it Blackcurrant Dream, and it's one of the desserts I'm serving for you today. It's served with vanilla sauce, and it's just like my grandmother likes it. Yeah, and don't make it at home without having a high ceiling. And it's the 1st of December today, and we can't have December without Christmas cookies. So I want to share the recipe from my family. Christmas brings back a lot of memory from my childhood. My big brother hates the normally Danish gingerbread cookies, so this is a totally different one. This recipe is one that he has approved of, my brother Emil, so I hope you like it too today. But when we make these cookies back home, it's not only the ingredients that makes it special. You simply have to listen to Christmas music while you bake it. And we did as well today in the kitchen. So we put a lot of Christmas into it today. I remember as a child, the best things was Sunday mornings in front of the television eating hot toast with cheese. This cheese was the round Havarti cheese, just melting a little bit on the bread. Havarti cheese is an easygoing cheese that every kid simply loves. I loved it as a child too, and I still have to say to this day it's still the best cheese. Now it's just a little bit different. So today I have stored Havarti cheese, and it's called Gammelknæs, and it's made by Arla Unica. It's my favorite cheese right now, so I hope you like it too. Maybe it brings the big kid out in you. Here in the winter times, it's nice to get warm with a hot soup. My favorite soup is made by Jerusalem artichokes. I love the cream and the hint of nut. But you can make soup out of everything. You can just roast the vegetable in a pot add some stock, boil for a little bit, blend, and add some cream if you want. Then you have a perfect nice soup. In this soup today, I've added some confit of duck and some pickled Jerusalem artichokes. This pickled Jerusalem artichokes bring out a little freshness into this heavy cream soup. Sometimes I love to push the limits of my guests. Maybe to get them to try new combinations or taste things they have never tried before. Hopefully they will have a pleasant surprise about this. So today I have a dish for you. Maybe it will push your limits. It's a sorbet made of goat cheese on pickled, no, not pickled, just crushed beetroots with caramelized walnut and celery. If you don't like goat cheese, please try it anyway. You might like it. It's another way to eat and taste it. I like it a lot. One time I had some guests in the restaurant and they told me they were not a fan of this goat cheese. So I told them, try it out anyway. If you don't like it, you don't have to pay. But luckily, they loved it. Or else it would have been an expensive dinner for me that day. Some years ago, the butcher came by with something new. It was smoked venison heart. I liked the taste immediately, and I've used it a lot since then. You can use it as cold cuts, add it in terrine, dry it, and grate it over potato chips. Sometimes I just leave out that I put it into a dish because someone will maybe choose not to eat it. But when I tell the guests about it, they get so surprised and delighted. So please be delighted, don't be afraid today. I've also made 2 of my favorite salads today. The first one is a beetroot salad with baked and pickled beetroots and walnuts. It's a classic salad for a chef. It's a classic combination. When I make it at home, sometimes I go to my mother's house and go out to the tree and pick walnuts from her walnut tree, if the squirrel hasn't gotten there before me. The second salad is a kale salad with roasted wheat berries and raw Jerusalem artichokes. I don't think we eat them enough like this, like raw. So I like it gets really nutty in the taste of it. The last 3 dishes I have for you today are dishes I hope can inspire you to do something new in your own kitchen. The first dish is brandade with cod. It's crispy cod with garlic and potatoes, served with a fermented garlic mayo. And then we have a shellfish terrine with shrimp mayo. Here we have 2 types of mayo made with our own oils. You can make a lot of different oils yourself and get creative about the flavors. When you make oils at home, you can be really creative with colors and flavors and just do whatever you think. Don't be afraid. You might try to do porridge at home on a cold winter morning. But here I want to show you something very special. You can dry porridge in your own oven to get a really crispy garnish you never tried before. So today you can taste it together with this smoked cold salmon and apple gel and this crispy Danish beer porridge. So now I have a challenge for you. You can eat according to the memories, or you can eat according to how you normally eat it. I know what I will choose. So this is my memories, my creation, my passion, my work, and I hope it will become your memories too.